Wow, this is just already so epic. That's pretty freaking terrifying. Hello fellow anime geeks and welcome to another first impressions video on my quest to try every anime series that I can. As usual, I'm organizing my thoughts by answering these 4 questions, and today I'm super excited but also kind of hesitant to talk about FUMETSU NO ANATA, or To Your Eternity, on Crunchyroll. It's just so freaking hard to talk about this one without just feeling like you're revealing everything, kind of like with Yakusoku no Neverland, so I'm gonna try my best to be general, but sorry in advance if there's any accidental spoilers. The mount tags are adventure, supernatural, drama, and shonen, and all of those are correct, but I'm going to call this a fantasy epic. It feels a lot like the Iliad, where there's this fantastical mixture of peoples and traditions and myth and the supernatural. In terms of anime, this actually reminds me of Seirei no Moribito. Again, there's this adult fantasy epic storyline. The fantasy is the driving force behind the plotline. The hero's journey includes all of these encounters that reveal something about humanity, and the evil is very realistic and perpetrated by our own dark human nature. And I think ultimately that's what this is going to be about, morality and what it means to be human. Our protagonist is this entity that's been dropped on Earth in order to collect information, and we don't know much about the narrator that's saying that he did this, why, we don't know the purpose for it, did he create it, who or what even is he, but judging by the opening, we do know that he's going to play a major role in this storyline. What we have gotten are these captivating encounters between our protagonist and the different life forms on Earth. They're almost their own complete storylines in and of themselves, but they also build to help shape our protagonist. And this reminds me of Le Petit Prince, or maybe just because I'm reading the Icewind Dale trilogies right now, the Drizzt books. In all of these different works, our protagonist is this irreprehensible witness who just sweeps through the world encountering different life forms and observing them, observing their behavior and actions, and judging their own opinions off of that. They're beautiful and awful encounters, and all of these help shape our protagonist's sense of self, morality, and way of life. And also, fair warning, none of these works have any qualms with killing off a principal character or two along the way, so ready the tissues. In terms of originality, I know that I keep saying this, I feel like Dante describing Paradiso, right? Everything is awesome and beyond words because he just didn't know how to describe heaven, but this anime is captivating. I mean, I was so engrossed that I forgot my camera's recording cut off. And the way that the audience is introduced to this world, Tsuda Kenjiro strikes again, that narration is so good. It reminds me of one of my favorite films, City of Ember. The audience is just immediately dropped in. Allusion not intended. The exposition is really good too. It was a bit awkwardly spoken in the beginning, but it got very good later on, and it really allowed us to explore and experience this world through our protagonist, which is great because there's a very satisfying sense of evolution and widening of scope to this plotline. Also, in spite of this very simple art style, these scenes hit hard and the action felt really gruesome despite not having very realistically animated gore. The imagery in the opening is also quite haunting and seems significant to the plot. The music is very moving in terms of BGM, opening, and ending. So I think it's pretty obvious that I think that this is worthwhile. I can't imagine anybody that wouldn't like this. Maybe if you just don't want to feel overwhelmed with such a heavy story right now. Like I said, this is gonna require a lot of tissues, but this is one of those anime that I feel like as soon as you watch it, it just feels different. The writing is good, this mangaka is good. I am intrigued by the runtime. This is promised for 20 episodes and the manga is still ongoing, so I'm interested to see what sort of story we complete within this show. And on that note, I'll catch you in the next video. I don't know, man. Why aren't they back? What was that? Whoa, what the heck? What? Oh no, man. Oh, pause. I need tissues.